So stop trying to figure out your purpose and just start trying to figure out what makes you excited to wake up today. What the fuck is up? What is up, guys? Mao here. It's a fucking beautiful day. Alright, I actually need to work on my cussing. Like, I don't actually care if people care or not that I cuss, but I do cuss a lot. And this one dude has been trolling me in the comments saying that I need to stop cussing. And then my mom is like, you know, I love your videos, but could you like try to stop cussing so much? And it just comes out of me. I don't even like try to cuss. I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna cuss. It's just the way I express myself. And I don't know if that's good, if that's bad. I definitely could try to cuss less. I mean, I don't see why I have to cuss to get my point across. But sometimes I'm just like, fuck! So if that pisses you off, then maybe we're just not supposed to be friends, alright? Maybe you're not supposed to follow me or subscribe if that pisses you off so much. But as just like a challenge or something that I would like to become more aware of is at least maybe controlling it. Because why not? You know, we are creators of our existence, of our reality, and if we can't even become aware of what we're doing, then we can never change it. And if we can't change anything about ourselves, then we're never gonna make any progress. And maybe it's just like a good challenge for me to stop cussing. Because why not? So I'm gonna try to not cuss anymore. Maybe. I will try, but no promise. Anyways, I wanna talk today about something deep, something that a lot of people struggle with, that a lot of people have issues with, that stops them from doing things, that leaves them stuck, that leaves them in this, oh, until I figure this out, I can't do anything. Until I figure this out, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing because this is way too hard to figure out, etc., etc. And that is finding purpose, right? Like, people, including myself, want to figure out what their purpose is. Oh, I need to, what is my purpose here? What is my purpose? What am I here to do? And then they're like, well, I want to help people. I want to make an impact. I want to change the world. I want to stop climate change. I want to be president. I want to lead a movement so that so that kids can finally grow up with a family and a loving home. I don't know, dude. I'm just fucking spitting out of my ass. And that was another cuss. Count how many times I cuss and then put that in the comments. Okay. So, finding purpose, right? Like, what is my purpose? Am I supposed to be an artist? Am I a musician? Am I a businessman? Like I said, we usually come up with like these big ideals, these big things, but those are way too out there. They're way too far away. And it almost works against you to try to think like this and to try to figure out what your purpose is. Because it stops you from doing anything. Because how are you supposed to change the world when you're barely trying to fucking put food on your table and pay rent and get by? Right? I know I just cussed again. I'm like counting for you guys, so it's kind of easy. How are you supposed to do that? How are you supposed to think about changing the world, about helping others, about leading people, if you can't even help yourself? So here's the thing that I think changed things for me when I was just getting started, when I was trying to figure out what my purpose was, when I was like, man, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? What is my purpose? What do I need to do? What do I do? What do I do? And I just was stuck. I was working a job I hated. I was being an engineer. I was working as an engineer, and it just sucked, dude. I hated like every half of my waking day, because half of my waking day I was at the office. And sure, I was like trying to make the most out of it, but dude, after a while, the negativity of the people around you, just the constant like sedation that you have to put your mind and do things that you're not passionate about, that is not purpose. Like, that is not how you find purpose, and you'll never feel like you're living in alignment with your purpose if you're doing things every single day that you don't want to do, right? And I've been reading this book called Flow, which I recommended. I just started it, but it basically says that, which I've already knew this, I've already talked about this, but happiness will never come from achieving something, right? So it's like, what does happiness come from, right? What does purpose come from? What do these things come from? It will never come from achieving something. It will never come from getting that house you wanted, or buying that car, or buying that watch, or whatever the fuck, or like, nothing material can give your life meaning and purpose. You think it will, you think it can, but it won't. The way that you find meaning, that you find happiness, is quite literally in the day-to-day enjoyment of everything you do. That is where you find purpose. That is where you find meaning. So, if you want to get closer to living in alignment with your purpose, you just have to enjoy the things you're doing every single day. That gives your life purpose. So, waking up excited to work on something gives your life purpose, right? And this doesn't have to be something grand. So, I fully believe that your purpose evolves at every stage of your life, or depending at what stage of life you're in. And if you want to find purpose, you just have to find something meaningful to work towards. So if right now you're at your job that you hate, and you literally hate your day-to-day existence, and you wish that you could be traveling, you wish that you could be working less and making more, you wish that you could be focusing on things you love to do, like art, creating, like I said, traveling, going on adventures, and just enjoying life, then maybe your purpose right now is all about figuring out how you can do that, how you can get a little bit closer to living the life you want. So maybe your purpose right now is to learn a new skill, like a high value skill, that you can start trading for money so that you have more time and freedom and more liberty and more money, more resources to actually focus on the things you want to focus on, which you might not know what that is yet, but that's okay. Like, this is what I'm saying, just take things one step at a time. You don't have to figure out what this grand thing that you want to dedicate your whole life is to, but maybe right now you just need more time and you need more freedom so you can even think about that. Because if you're always working, if you're always doing things you hate, if you're barely trying to figure out how to put money in your bank account and food on the table and a roof over your head and pay rent, then you're never going to be able to focus on what you're actually here to do and what gives your life more meaning. Okay? If you want to help others, you have to help yourself. So I will just say this right now. It's totally okay for your purpose or for your goal to be selfish at first. Like, make it as selfish as fucking possible. You know, just cause. Make it as selfish as possible. Say, I want to make $10,000 a month, or even just, I want to make $5,000 a month so that I can quit this job that I hate. I want to make $5,000 a month from my laptop so that I have the liberty to travel around and do the things I enjoy. Like, that was my goal at first. I just wanted to make enough money so that I could move to a different country and start traveling and living the life that I wanted. And after I did that enough, after I like basically mastered that, I wouldn't say mastered, but after I got a good grip of how to make money online, how to grab attention, how to help other people build their businesses and grow their revenue streams and stuff, now I know a decent amount of how all this online business stuff works. So now I'm like, okay, cool. This isn't like fulfilling me anymore. I don't always just want to be helping other people make money. It's cool, it's fun. It's allowed me to do all these awesome things that I've been wanting to do for so long, like travel and live in different countries and travel through Mexico, which is my home country, and live in South America. I've lived in Argentina. I've been to Brazil, fucking Chile. Like, I've been living, dude, is what I'm saying. If you watch my previous videos, like, you know this. I've been living the life that I've once dreamed of just by deciding that my new purpose when I was at my engineering job was to figure out this copywriting and email marketing thing. I was like, this is my purpose right now. Like, I didn't think about it like that, but I was like, this is what I'm working on right now. And it gave me something exciting to do every single day. I was learning, I was working with clients, I was figuring out how I can get the best results, and it gave my life meaning, right? I enjoyed what I was doing in my day-to-day because I was living in Medellin and I was doing these things that I knew were giving my life more freedom, which ultimately is what I wanted. So now that I have more freedom, way more freedom than I had before. I mean, before I was like literally the lowest level of freedom when I had to go in to a job every single day and be there for the exact amount of time that they wanted me to be there. That is like the bottom level of freedom. Sure, I had good pay, but I was not free, right? Now I have way more freedom. I work a few hours. I get paid the same amount, if not more. I have all this other time now to think about, well, what actually gives me meaning? What actually do I want to do? Which is why now I've started making YouTube videos. So now my new purpose is just to share, because I love talking about this stuff. I love sharing, and I know that I can at least help people, somebody that was in my position. So this is what I'm doing now. And I don't know where this is going to lead, but I know that building an audience, building a personal brand will only benefit me in the long run. And once I achieve this goal of building my personal brand, of having more influence, I guess you could say, in the right ways, you know, like literally just to help people, then once I get there and I have more freedom to where I'm not working with clients and I'm not doing things that I don't want to do, I'm just working on things that I do want to do, then once I get there, a whole new world will open up for me of what direction I want to go. You know, I'll probably lean even more into just full creativity, like go back to making music and building brands and starting, who knows, dude? This is what I'm saying, like, your purpose evolves depending what stage you're at in life, and that's totally cool. If your purpose right now might just be to leave your fucking job, did it again. My purpose right now is to stop cussing, apparently. And a really good way to do this is to think about your anti-vision, right? I talk about this in the Freedom Blueprint. If you want to get my blueprint, click the link below. It is literally fire. It tells you exactly how to leave your 9-to-5 and come up with your anti-vision of where you want to go, and then how to actually start making money online. I literally explain it all in the blueprint, and you can start traveling, and it's fucking awesome. But the anti-vision is just to think about what you don't want for your life, right? Like, this is what I'm saying. When you think about what you want, what your purpose is, it's like, it's too far out there, dude. It's way too far. But if you're just like, well, what do I not want? And what's gonna happen if I keep doing what I'm doing right now? If you're at a job, right? It's like, what do I not want? Well, I don't want to work for somebody else. Well, I don't want to be stuck in this fucking office all day. I don't want to be stuck in my hometown forever. I want to travel. I want to do these. So it's like, think about what you don't want, and then you just flip it, right? Well, if you don't want to be working for somebody, then you need to start figuring out how to make money on your own, right? Well, if I don't want to stay in the same city, then you need to start traveling, like ASAP, you know? So that is your new purpose. It makes it way easier to find a new purpose this way. And like I said, I explain exactly how to do this in the blueprint, so get it below. And that will give your life meaning right now. So stop trying to figure out your purpose. Stop trying to figure out what you're here to do, and just start being selfish, taking care of yourself, accomplishing things that you want to accomplish, making the money that you want to be free, figuring out how to do that. And once you get there, those things will, like I said at the beginning of the video, never give you meaning, never give you actual fulfillment, but you will find fulfillment by working towards those things that you want. right? And then once you get those things and you realize that that is not where meaning is, but you will know so much more, and you'll be at an entirely new stage of life to where now you can start thinking about what is going to give your day-to-day meaning now, whatever that is. And then you work towards that. And then once you get there, the same thing will happen. You're like, well, now what I want to do? And then you just keep evolving. Your purpose keeps evolving until finally you get to a point where you have the resources, you have the know-how, you have the skills, you know yourself, you've tried different things, and now you know what you actually want to do that gives your life meaning and purpose. So stop trying to figure out your purpose and just start trying to figure out what makes you excited to wake up today, okay? What makes you excited to wake up today? And start working on that, baby. Once you get there, your next purpose will become clear. I hope that makes sense. I hope you find some value out of this. And yeah, man, life is not that deep. True happiness comes from pure enjoyment of everything you're doing day to day. So if you can just start enjoying what you're doing, start looking forward to waking up and working on a goal, you will find purpose, you will find meaning, you will find happiness, because that is where you enter the flow state. Okay, and read that book Flow if you want to get an idea of what I'm talking about. So that is it, but I hope this helps, like I said, and get the Freedom Blueprint. And much love, baby. Like, subscribe, all the things.